Hi, PJ from the Paper Factory. Welcome to Paper Scraps. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about making paper from old coloured paper. There's a couple of things you need to watch out for here. With the papermaking club that you're a part of, obviously we can send you pulp that's already done. But even when we do that, you may still run into these little issues. So with coloured paper, what actually happens when they make coloured paper in the big manufacturing companies, they actually make white paper, and it's at the end of the process of making that white paper that they then coat both sides with the color. Now, this is why sometimes when you get really thick colored cardboard, if you tear it in half, the middle of the cardboard actually isn't the color of what the paper is on the outside, because they coat it just on top and bottom. They coat it with different dyes, different chemicals. So sometimes when you are soaking your paper or your pulp that's colored, you will see the dye actually leach out into the water. What this means is that sometimes, and I found this most with darker colors, so pinks, reds, possibly some greens, blacks, it will stain pretty much everything. So you need to make sure you're wearing your art smock. You need to make sure that when you're using sponges and things like that, that it may stain, but it's quite okay, because if it does stain, it generally doesn't leach out into other paper. But I would suggest that if you're going to make white paper, possibly keep some sponges aside that you only use for white paper, because some of those dyes may leach out into that white paper and it won't give you the consistency or the colors that possibly you want. This particular color here is a really good example of the kind of color that's going to stain. So this is a beautiful pink, but I have a feeling that my boards are going to be pink after I do this, and I will show you later. So that's sometimes, if you're going to do colored paper, this option is a really good one, because obviously these don't get stained. And I really like the finish on them. They're really pretty. So just another little tidbit. So if your vat does end up getting stained, don't worry too much about it, because generally, again, the stain won't leach into any other colors that you're doing. But if that does happen, just give us a call and we'll send you a new vat and we can go from there. So you have a good day. Happy paper making, and I'll talk to you next time.